Alright guys, so Glock 17 here. Paid $5.99 for it. I know it's a little more expensive than what I probably should have paid for, but it is what it is. Here we go. Here's what you get when you open up the Glock 17. Boom. Beautiful pistol there. It's not brand new because I've been shooting it and all that jazz, but you get 3 magazines, 1, 2, and 3. You get the mag loader, and you get some back straps here, both with the beaver tail and both without it. You get a punch on this end, which is at the middle, and you get the extra pin to put those in there. So, yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty nice setup with the Glock. You get your manuals, booklet, all that jazz. But that's the bread and butter right there. Alright guys, so today got a special thing for you. Shooting the Glock 17 out of a level 2 retention Safari Lands holster. Glock 17, real quick, it's got some history behind it. I have a Gen 5 here. I'm going to shoot for you guys today, doing a little mini review of it. I've already got about 400 rounds through it. The gun's pretty nice, pretty clean. No issues really. The only issue I had was the sights. I switched those for some True Glow sights, so I like my night sights. The night sights also are, three dot whites. The gun is actually empty, so if you guys want to see. But yeah, just the sights. All I've done to it. It's got the stock trigger. It's got the factory grip module. I haven't done any updating to that yet. Everything else inside is factory. The Glock Marksman barrel, 4.5 inch barrel, 4.49. But yeah, everything's pretty legit, pretty stock. I tried to leave it stock because I wanted to make sure this pistol was legit, going to be okay for, like, if I needed it in any sort of like hurry, I can just grab this. This is going to work. Accuracy with this thing is supposed to be, I think 2 inches at 25 yards is supposed to be the accuracy for it. I'm probably not that good a shot, so I'm probably going to get it. But today I just got some rounds for you. I got about 50 rounds. Just going to do some fun flanking off the metal and just give you guys some footage of the Glock 17. So, stay tuned. That target doesn't fall down. It's gonna go with that. Just gonna use the red dot. I think the iron sights on this thing is what's getting me, because you shoot red dots for so long, you get used to red dots, but you never not go away from iron, so it's just my fault. Yeah, it's a nice pistol. I do like it a lot. I like it a lot. As far as like recoil goes, it's easy to control recoil. I'm just not used to picking up the irons on it, just because I'm used to red dots. But this was not cut yet. But I have to get another optic for it. So nice pistol though. Alright guys, first and foremost, let's talk about this amazing NDLC finish on the slide here. It is just awesome on this Gen 5 Glock 17. Overall length for the pistol, you're looking at a little bit over 8 inches for the pistol. The barrel right inside here is just under 4.5. I think it's at 4.49. The slide length, because overall length 8 inch, slide length 7 and a little over 7 inches. I think it's like 7.3 to be exact, something like that. Slide width 1 inch. The actual width overall of the gun itself, because the frame is a little bit wider, is a little 1.25. yeah, I mean, the pistol overall, it's just full-size pistol. It's definitely bigger than the Glock 17, or the Glock 19, sorry. Definitely bigger than the Glock 19. However, the Glock 19, I think, is a little more popular just because it's more concealable. However, I conceal the 17 all the time in a better holster, so. They get rid of those polymer sights, like I was saying. These are True Glow 3-dot sights. I prefer True Glow sights over just about everything else, just because True Glows, they're just awesome. They're bright, they're metal. I think they're brighter than like even the night vision ones. I think night visions are bright, supposed to be the brightest. However, my True Glows are awesome. So those are the metal sights I am running on the pistol there. But let's go ahead and take the pistol down real quick. We'll field strip it so you guys can see how easy it is just to field strip the Glock 17 Gen 5. I think in any Gen 5 Glock. But real quick also, the gun is clear. A little dirty, but gun's clear. The actual trigger pull is a little over 6 pounds. A little over 6 pounds. The reset's nice. It's forced. So, it's very audible, very audible. So, but it is nice. I'd say this is a step up from the Gen 4 trigger just because it doesn't have those little stairs going on anymore, which makes it more comfortable. I mean, that bar still sticks out and it is kind of uncomfortable, as you can see, but it is better than the actual stairs. They also got rid of the finger grooves, as I said. Making the gun just kind of a little bit easier to grasp for just all hand sizes. But yeah, let's go ahead and field strip it. So real quick, like I was saying earlier on, that the actual takedown kind of levers on both sides are pretty recessed, but we can still get them here. And that's it. That's how you take the pistol down there. There's your lower with all the guts inside, and here is your slide, your barrel, and your spring. Dual capture spring helping with recoil as well. I mean, it does make the slide kind of a little bit more difficult to rack, but it does help a lot with recoil. Pop that spring out there, and then here is your barrel. So 4.5, a little over 4.5 inch barrel. There it is heavily crowned there on the edge of the barrel. It's not like a smooth crown as you'd see some guns have, but it does have the crowning. I can try to focus in on that. That is the GMB rifling there, the Glock Marksman Barrel rifling. As you can see, accuracy is supposed to be pretty freaking legit with the 17. I think it was 2 inches at 25 yards. That's probably either A, sitting down from a stand and some bags, or just from a really good shot, someone who practices a lot. So but let's put it back together real quick. Just do it the exact same way we took it apart. So barrel goes in first, drops into place. Once that's in place, then your spring goes in. Just like that there. And then I usually just kind of drop mine back on. I don't really do the full length. There's a little indent right here on that first rail there. I kind of just match it up. Once it's on, that's it. I don't know if that's the way that everybody does it. That's the way I do it, mainly because my Glock doesn't run all the way off. But that's it. Pretty simple. Easy takedown on the Glock 17 Gen 5. Real quick, I know I didn't say that, but the magazines, factory magazines, are 17-round magazines. You can't put the 19 mags in just because they're short, so they won't actually run all the way up to the actual the spot that you need them to. And then the Glock 26 has the 10-rounders that are also double stack. They'll go in, it just won't go up as high. So the Glock 17 can take the 17-rounders, the 19-round magazines, the 24, the 31, and the 33 magazines, as well as any other kind of makeshift drum magazines you guys can find out there that I don't see the point of in a pistol. But yeah, they can take it. Also, I know it's kind of like a Glock's supposed to be striker fired, and then it's supposed to have a, I think I'm considering it as a double action because it's not kind of pre-tensioned, pre-cocked, striker or hammer. But basically, once you pull the trigger, you're actually pulling that striker back, and then it's getting to a point, and then it is being released by the trigger bar. So it's kind of its own thing. It's not double action. It's not single action. It's, let's see, safe action. But, yeah, Glock's Gen 5 trigger is actually amazing compared to the 3 and the 4. So But there it is, guys, the Gen 5 Glock 17. But it's just a nice carry pistol with the serrations up front. It helps with the press checks. Yeah, guys, Glock 17. No issues, no complaints about the gun at all. I will say I only had one issue, and that was basically with the ammo I'm using now. It didn't happen today. It happened a while back. I'm pretty sure it was ammo because it also happened with my cannon. I was basically shooting and had a lightning strike. Both with the Mechanic, which has a striker that's already kind of like pre-tensioned, kind of like P3, and then the Glock 17. So, but after I shot it and I ejected the round, I popped back in there. Probably shouldn't do that, whatever. Popped back in there and fired the round, and it did just fine. So, but yeah, Glock 17. I got about 15 more rounds to shoot for you guys. Sorry, ammo's kind of a little pricey, but that's what I got, man. So, get some rounds down range and see if I can get some hits this time. Better, just a little better than the first time I shot it. I'm not gonna lie, that felt really good actually. I think it's mainly because I hadn't shot the Glock in such a long time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm about 15 yards away from these targets, these man-sized targets, and I can consistently get hits. Basically, anywhere you see that's like the silver is what I just hit. Black is gonna be, it's already painted over, but I mean, 15 yards you can get hits pretty easily. Just gotta practice and train with your weapon. So the advice I can give you guys, just practice training with your weapons. Real training, dry fire training works too. I dry fire with the thing a lot, but real training is gonna give you some feedback that dry firing sometimes won't, and vice versa. But yeah, Glock 17, boys. All right, guys. So real quick. This is an amazing video for me, the Glock 17, mainly because it's such a great pistol. Kind of the one that started it all with Glock, 1981, Glock Gen 1. Pistol came out, and then that kind of just paved the way for Glock ever since. But also, I personally have hit over 500 subs. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot. Thank you guys for all the support you guys do give me. It is definitely a long way that I've come as opposed to, when I first started. But the channel is, I think, coming up on 2 years old, which is, I guess my pace is a little bit slow, but we're getting there, boys. So again, thank you guys. Thanks to everyone for liking and subscribing. If you haven't liked or subscribed or commented before, go ahead, please, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. It does help me out a lot to kind of further get these videos out to you guys of different guns, things like that. So, but before we close out the video, just want to show you guys the 3 kind of holsters I kind of rotate through between the Glock 17. For inside the waistband carry, I use a Vetter's holsters. It is their light tuck with a claw, and it has awesome retention. Super nice, just a nice, well-made, thin kydex that they use. And I mean, the gun just fits super flush. I mean, listen to this. Snaps in, everything's flush, everything fits awesome. It is kind of ready for a threaded barrel. If you want to put a threaded barrel on it, it is kind of already pre-cut for that. You can get it optic cut. I did not. I do have the high sweat guard on here, but yeah, this Vetter holster, is amazing for the inside the waistband carry. Next up, something I just actually acquired. That was a 1791 leather outside the waistband holster, and it is still new. I am still breaking it in. It is something that I use when I want to kind of wear it up higher and wear it outside the waistband, but kind of still put it underneath the shirt. It does conceal that like that. It is kind of still getting broken in, like I said, because I'm still kind of forming it. But other than that, I do use this one. And then the one that I was wearing out on the range is the Safariland's level 2 retention onto the waistband holster. Safariland's makes probably some of the greatest, some of the best, if not the best, outside the waistband holsters and duty holsters on the market. This is level 2, not a level 3, but level 2 being that you have the 2 stages, 2 levels of retention. This one here does lock here up on the slide, but it is amazing. So, but yeah, boys, those are the 3 holsters that I use that rotate between the Glock 17 that I do carry, and kind of just run this pistol with. But again, guys, thank you one last time for the 500 subs. You guys, I couldn't be here without you guys. And if you guys could, if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out a ton. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Stay safe. Keep carrying.